I call Simon Bridges.
Mr. Speaker, it was a good speech. It was a learned speech from Dennis Rourke, and I empathise with him when he talks about the Star Chamber. Sometimes when I listen to Green members in this House, I feel like I'm back there. But, Mr. Speaker, I do want to rest or put his mind at ease, because very much the intention of the Select Committee, and I was on it, in relation to this bill was not to increase state powers, but very much simply to rationalise them, to modernise them, and to consolidate them. Now, I'm not going to stand here with my hand on heart with this 259-page bill, which I agree with David Parker is incredibly complex, and it was a difficult piece of work, and say, look, it absolutely in every single case doesn't increase any state power whatsoever, but that was certainly our intention when we came to it, and I think we tried to stay very much true to that. I do want to just return to the Honourable David Parker's speech, because, and I don't want to sort of sound a dud note, but it is a bit rich to have a member from the Labour Party lecturing this side of the House about media freedoms and press freedoms when their stated policy from Claire Curran is to absolutely increase regulation and state sector control of the media. So if the media are listening to this, and maybe some of them are, just remember which side of this House actually has stood up for freedoms in the past, and which side actually has as their stated policy to increase state control of the New Zealand media. So, Mr. Speaker, turning to this bill, I'm not going to take very long at all on it, and I don't want to talk about the substance, but frankly, as I say, it is complex. It was some time ago that the Select Committee sat, but just to talk about the Select Committee, pretty much, but just to talk about the Select Committee process, I do want to say, actually, some can be cynical of the process, but in regard to this bill, and then the special committee that was set up to deal with the ramifications of the Supreme Court decision in Hamed, it was a first-class process. And I think it proved that all parties, Labour Party, Green Party, ACT actually, with Rodney Hyde and the National Party could come together. We could come together at short notice with some urgency. We could take advice. We applied our minds to the situation we were presented with, and I think, if I do say so myself, the committee did a first-class job. So I come back just in summary. This bill doesn't intend to increase state powers. What it does intend to do is update the law, consolidate the law, and to rationalise it.
The Honourable Leanne Dalzell.
Mr. Speaker, the history of this bill has been well